What's up, y'all? Money Monday coming in full effect. I'm fired up, jacked up, and excited. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Cindy? Super excited to have you on as well. And in today's broadcast, for those of you that are wanting to leverage social media, you're wanting to recruit, let me know in the comments. You're wanting to sell more product, let me know in the comments. You are tuning in to the correct show today because Shannon and Cindy have absolutely been smashing it recently. In fact, they're leveraging, as you guessed it, the TikTok. Yes, I know we've been talking a lot about TikTok over the last 6 months, but hey, it's the hottest social media platform we've seen in 20 years in the profession. I'm looking over here because Nadya is hanging out nearby, supervising all the technology and whatnot. But this is going to be a freaking fantastic broadcast for those of you that are building your business, wanting to generate more leads, wanting to market your products, you want to sell more product, you want to recruit more in social media. And you know what? You want to have fun. You know, I'm excited for you to hear from Cindy because she even talked about how she just wasn't having fun anymore in her business. You know, Shannon, she was doing okay in her business. In fact, I would say she was doing above average. But when she got on TikTok, she literally doubled, tripled, quadrupled her results in just a matter of months. So I'm excited for you to hear from both of these individuals. I would highly recommend you share this with your teams. If you have anyone in your team that likes to rank advance, if you have anyone in your team that would like to make more money, they would like to create consistency in their business, how many of us, let me know in the comments, could use more consistency? Because if you don't know me, I've been in network marketing now for almost 20 years. I got started because I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I was totally open-minded when I saw network marketing. Let me know if you were a red, green, or a brown apple. I know you brown apples sometimes tune in. We used to call them rotten apples, but that was like not politically correct to call people rotten. But truth be told, I think a lot of us, when we first see network marketing, we're skeptical. We're a little bit hesitant. Why? Because we're normal. And that's how God wired us, to be a little skeptical, especially if you've seen things in the past or tried things in the past that didn't work out. My first network marketing company, now it didn't last, but I met Nadya. So I'd say that was a win in itself. Plus I learned network marketing, right? I learned how to build a business. I learned how to become a leader and how to think for myself and how to create results in my life. I became the best version of myself, even though the first company went out of business. And then I took that knowledge, I took that expertise, that experience, and I went into the mortgage industry. And we actually made a lot of money in the mortgage industry. I made about $600,000 in 4 years. Nadya made a whole bunch of money. But here's what we realized. No residual income, no freedom. You were only as good as your last month. So then getting back into network marketing, and this time we had more credibility. This time we had more influence. This time around, we were way more motivated and we absolutely body slammed it. However, we got burnt out. Anyone else ever experienced MLM PTSD? Well, that was us. We suffered from MLM PTSD. We got to a point where we really lost our belief in the profession and we considered getting out of network marketing. And Luckily, we started leveraging social media. Luckily, we figured out a better way to build our business using attraction marketing strategies, learning how to show up on social media where I could be more vulnerable, more authentic, have more fun, put my personality out there, and meet complete strangers. How many of us, although we might love our friends and family, how many of us can admit that at some point you run out of friends and family? Most of the people on your team probably don't have a huge sphere of influence. So what I love about TikTok and why we keep going back to it all the time, because someone like Cindy, someone like Shannon, that maybe were doing okay, they were doing okay on Facebook or Instagram, they saw that as a brand new platform. And in a very short period of time, of course, like anyone else, they had to figure it out and mess around with it for a little bit, right? Took a couple weeks, couple months to get the hang of it. But now they're creating consistent results, generating more leads than they know what to do with. And the beauty is they're getting in front of complete strangers. Now, if you don't see value in that, I don't know, maybe you hate money. Maybe you hate rank advancing. Maybe you hate winning. I don't know. But if you're selling anything in the direct sales network marketing profession and you want to go from average to savage, take notes, pay attention to what Shannon and Cindy are going to share with you today. So I'm excited to have both of them on. We're going to start with Shannon, I believe. So Shannon, I'm going to make this screen. Wish me luck. Let's see. I'm going to make it a little bigger. What's up? What's up? Now let me see if I can unmute you. Woohoo! Look at me figuring out StreamYard and whatnot. So I'm excited. Y'all smash that heart button if you're excited to hear Shannon's story. In fact, Shannon, I would love for you to start off and just tell everyone a little bit about your background. And maybe if you don't mind, in addition to sharing your story, if you could also share a little bit about kind of where you were in your business, like you shared with us, where you were prior to downloading the TikTok app. What was your expectation going into it and what it looks like now? That'd be amazing. And congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's been a fun, crazy ride, to say the least. I'm like, am I really on Money Monday right now?
Yeah, you are.
But so I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for about 16 years. I have 3 kids under the age of 8. At first, I got into network marketing originally, maybe 5 years ago. I was really into the idea of staying home, being with my kids. And I joined my most recent company in 5 days, it'll be a year. So the first company, I very much was doing a lot. I was home, but I wasn't really like with my kids. So yes, I was home, but I wasn't with my kids. And then this company I joined, and I've kind of like steadily climbed the little ladder. And then I found TikTok. So I was, like I said, I was doing good. I was doing decent before. And then I started hearing you talk about TikTok, probably like November, December. And I was like, I just told my son he wasn't allowed to have this on his phone. Like, I don't know about this, but I was like, I gave it a try, but I was not consistent at all. I would maybe throw up a TikTok like once or twice, once every 2 weeks or something like that. And then I was listening. Even though I did that, I would get like, one of my first ones got like 13,000 hits, but I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know what the heck to do with these people now, right? You've learned really quick that it's really hard to message people on TikTok. And then that kind of like took me down, right? Like I was like, I'm not ready for this. I don't know what to do with this. And I would like post some things here and there, but I was not consistent at all. And then I think it was a Money Monday. I heard Tabitha Jenkins and she was like, I went for a hike with my kids and I came back and I had like 10 orders. And I was like, Shannon, that's why you're doing this, right? Like, that's why, that's what you want, right? So I was like, I just decided, it was mid-March. I was like, I am going head on. Like, I am fully committing to it and let's see what happens. Am I allowed to like talk customer volume? I don't know.
I mean,
I can say that before I would struggle to get to a decent rank, but
do you know how many customers you got?
So before I was probably doing like 30 to 50 customers a month, and it would be a struggle to hit that one rank that I would always hit.
Right.
And it was usually like the
last. Which is still really good. 30 to 50 customers ordering. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And it would be a struggle to hit that though every single month. It would be like the last hour. I was like, come on, we can do this. And then it was like halfway through March, I started TikTok and I doubled it, right? I ended March almost a little less than doubling what I was struggling to do the previous months. I continued consistently to go all in. April, I doubled March, I think. And then May, I had over, I think, 315 customers by the end of it. Like, mind blowing. Like, I was able to pay off a credit card that I've been struggling to pay off for 4 years.
So you basically 10x'd your business in a matter of 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
From March. I mean, you're not talking about March of 2020. You're talking about March, like a few months ago. Yeah. And it was just making a decision to get serious with it and not dabble and say, you know what, it clearly works and it's working for a lot of people. And not to knock other people that maybe came before you, but it's not like any of them were like big influencers. It wasn't like people that like were crushing it on other platforms. These were people that, like you, had just gotten started a few months prior. They just had a head start, but you were like, okay, I can do what they're doing. I can see a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. It's not like people that, have been leveraging that platform for years and you're trying to catch up to them. So going from 30 to 50 customers a month to 315 last month. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's
I know. It is crazy. I mean, it's just like, it is absolutely mind blowing. And I will tell you, I'm not like for me on TikTok, I'm not like, boom. You know what I mean? Like I have consistently slowly grown my following on there. And it wasn't like I've had ones that hit like 50,000, which sounds like a lot, but in TikTok land, it's really, you can still get some good sales off of 50,000, right? And then I kind of kept growing my following, and then I had one that hit like 200,000. And then I posted one of my son, a really funny one of him like not loving baseball, and that one had like 1 million. I finally, I know, I was like, every time I go live to leverage them, and every time I would do that, it would pop that one up. So I finally made that one just so that only my friends could see it. Because I was like, you guys, what do I do? I'm trying to run my business here, and everybody wants to see my cute son playing baseball, right?
Well, it's funny too, because like a lot of these TikTok videos that blow up. In fact, you could have a TikTok video go viral before you even have a big following, right? But you could have a video that literally has nothing to do with your business or products blow up. You could have something that is like very direct and very promotional, right? Last Monday we talked about, you can almost treat it like QVC. You're like going live and you're just like talking about your product. And it's like you're answering the same questions over and over again for like 2 or 3 hours on a live TikTok. But the truth is that works too. It's weird what blows up over there. And what's even weirder is you don't have to have a big following. You don't have to have a video go viral to make sales and consistently connect with complete strangers. And this is what I try to explain to people. It's like, look, at the end of the day, if you want to be successful in network marketing, you have to become a professional conversation starter. The more people you connect with, the more people that you're engaging with, and maybe they reach out to you, maybe you reach out to them, but somehow, some way, you're creating those connections, those conversations. And then from there, you build a relationship, you identify people that are actually open, and then you get them in your funnel. Some of those people are going to buy. Some of those people are going to join the team. Some of those people are going to do a whole lot of nothing, but they're watching. Yeah. And you're constantly adding these new connections to your social media. And eventually some of those people, even if they don't buy right away, they don't even like engage with you right away. They're always watching. And as you put yourself out there, eventually they're going to get to know you, and people buy from people they learn to know, like, and trust. And that's really the power of consistency over there. Now, what would you say, and I know you have some tips to share with us, what would you say you've done to create results on a consistent basis, seeing that growth over the last 90 days?
So I think there are 2 things for me. One, I work really closely with another team. My team works really closely with another team. And we kind of developed a chat where it's more than just like a TikTok boost. We actually have 2 times a day that we all post at the same time, and we all go on and like, comment, follow, and share. So just copy the link for each other. And that's supposed to really, like, if the first 10 people see it or something, it's supposed to boost it up. So we kind of developed that time so that we're not just like willy-nilly throwing it out there and hoping like a couple people hop on and show it. So I think that's really helped a lot. And then my biggest thing that's really seemed to work with me is I have a giveaway to a certain amount of followers. So a giveaway with a goal. Like I had a giveaway to 1K. I hit 1K in less than 24 hours. And it's the cool thing about that is I gave away, our flagship product when we hit 1,000, and I went way past 1,000 because then people see that I'm going to do this giveaway. But then it was a little harder. I did another giveaway to 5K, and that was a little harder. It took a little longer to get to 5K. But the cool thing about it is you have this goal of 5K. So you're not actually giving away anything until you hit 5K.
Right.
And you have the ability to, like, once a week or once every couple of days, do a new TikTok video about the giveaway.
Right.
And it draws people to you as well. People are like, I want to win, but how do I get it? Or, and then also I feel like,
or they're like, what is that product? Like, what does
Yeah.
it do? What's so great about it? It's creating that conversation, and it intrigues people because they're like, you're giving away something that looks amazing, sounds amazing. What's up with that? Like, and they might not even get involved in the giveaway. They just want more information on the product. And again, if you can get a stranger to ask you about your product or business, that in itself is a win.
Yeah, for sure. And what I think with the giveaways also is now, I think I'm up to like 21,000 followers. but all of these followers are people who are interested in my product. It's not just random people. Even if they're just like in my brain, I'm like, okay, they joined it. Maybe they're just following me for the giveaway, but maybe they just need those 10, 12, how many ever touches they need still before they're ready to buy. And they're going to be seeing me when they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what do you do to connect with some of these people that are raising their hand and they're like, what is this product? Tell me more. What's been some of your best ways to connect and get them the information?
So definitely going live. Going live is huge. I know they talked about this a little bit last week too. I was actually banned this past week from going live. Last Sunday, I was live and they just cut me off in the middle, that I violated some kind of term. You know what I mean? And didn't even tell me what it was. And I was like, okay. So then I wasn't live for this whole week. So that was quite an adjustment as well. But typically, definitely where I get the most of my money is when I'm live. And that is just the craziest, most exciting thing ever. When you are literally just sitting here telling people your story and you start getting text rolling through. You got a sale. You got a sale. I'm like, what? Like, it's so stinking cool, right? And I think it was Carrie said it's so addicting. It really is. Yeah. Like, you're just like, but I know for me, like, I still don't have, like, sometimes if I have a video that's doing really good, I'll have like 130 people on my live. But then there's times when I don't have one.
That's so strange. I didn't know my laptop could ring like that. That's amazing.
The things we learn.
Yeah.
But then I can
how much I use my laptop. But yeah, so go on.
Then I'll have times where I only have 20 to 30 people on. So I don't like consistently have those huge numbers on, but I'm still making the sales when I have that 20 to 30. And I just remain consistent. I actually went through all of my analytics at the beginning of last month for my lives. And because I was going live like twice a day all the time. And I was like, I'm not really getting the engagement on every live. So I went through all my analytics. And for me, the best time to go live for me was 9 o'clock Eastern every morning. So that's what I started
in the morning.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I know. I was surprised too. I was like, really? But I don't know if it's like you have less people live to compete with, or
that would make sense.
I don't really know, but it's worked.
And then what do you do with some of these recruits? Because I think you've recruited a good amount of people also from TikTok, correct?
Yeah, I think I've had like 6 or 7 from TikTok, and I love them because they're coming to me because they want it. You know what I mean? I think one of my biggest tips is see what's working for other people and do it, because that's how I've built like everything I've done. As soon as you post like, oh, this video is taking off, you better believe I'm going and taking that sound and making it a little bit my own and doing the same thing. Right. Most of my videos that blow up are somebody else's that blew up, and I just recreated a little bit.
Right. That's what TikTok is. I mean, it's you hear someone else's sound, or you see someone else do a certain skit or lip sync or whatever. Like it's a joke. Like you just make your own version of that, make it your own. So I love that. That's awesome. And that's actually a great leadership tip, right? For those of you that are building a team, those of you that have an organization, it makes a lot of sense to pay attention to your top people and see what they're doing, and then share their best videos that are getting the engagement, that are generating leads. And it's amazing because it really creates this abundant mentality where everybody wants to help everybody, and everyone on our team is sharing tips and ideas and loving on each other's TikToks. And it's great because it's not the same type of energy or culture that you'll sometimes see in these old school companies where it's like, oh, we figured something out. Shh, don't share it. And here's the truth. You're posting everything publicly anyway. Like you're not going to be able to hide what you're doing. So you might as well just embrace the fact that people are going to copy you, just like you're probably copying someone else. It's, but at the same time, I look at it as inspiration, right? You're getting inspiration from other people. You're seeing what they're doing and you're putting your own twist on it, kind of like a DJ, right? You're putting your own spin on it and making it your own. So I love that. And I think that's really powerful. And I love that you're also connecting with these people and not just getting customers, but you're enrolling them in the business as well. So that's super cool.
Yeah. So I think kind of why our company really does so well with it is it's kind of what we preach. TikTok is kind of what we do. Duplication, simple. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
It is what we are. So, but as far as I was gonna say, like, I put in the link in my bio just a resume, and I've had like 90 people fill it out. And that was a tip I got from one of, when I say go all in, if you're gonna do it right. Like, do your research, see what's working for other people. That was a total game changer for me because I wasn't doing business on there before. I would
Right.
do, like, even now, my business videos don't, like, I have some teammates, their product videos don't do amazing, but their business videos every time blow up. And I'm kind of the opposite, but I still have people, when they're going to my link, they're reading and they're seeing that apply to work with me, and they're going and applying. And then I'm just reaching out and ATMing and doing what I would normally do.
Do
And
you
it's
try to connect with them on another platform?
huh?
Do you
Yeah.
try to connect with them on another platform? Which one?
Yeah. Well, the building business partners is definitely Facebook.
Good.
If they say they don't have Facebook, it just really makes it, I I kind of don't even know where to go with it then. I
Yeah.
will try if they have like a lot going on TikTok, then I might put a little effort into it. But so much of our stuff is on Facebook, it's really hard to do it without them being on Facebook. As far as customers, I've had so many that it's like, it's kind of hard to get them all over to Facebook. I do most of my communicating with them on Project Broadcast, but I do also, like right now, we have a special thing with our promo, right? So I'm like, hey, go over to this Facebook group, check out the packages, tell me which one you want. So I'm finding ways to like slowly get them in there, but it's a lot harder because there's just, it's not a bad problem. There's just so many.
Well, it's not as easy too when you have a common name like, look me up, Shannon Harris. Like, it's like all these little things that make it more challenging, because a lot of those people actually are on Facebook. What I found, like sometimes people are like, oh, TikTok people aren't on Facebook. Maybe like the younger demographic, I would agree, but a lot of who you're attracting, who I attract, who Cindy attracts, they're definitely older for the most part. And even when you get someone that, maybe they're in their 20s, still, I mean, I have found that most people do have a Facebook account. And if they don't, it's really hard to recruit them, right? I'm not saying you can't, but it's definitely easier to get customers on TikTok because you can just have them go to your milkshake link or, whatever you have, whatever links in your bio, or you can send them a link. But when it's someone interested in a business opportunity and they want to partner up, I feel like they just have to be on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where we have our training. We have our ATM groups. That's where we communicate on Facebook Messenger and group chats. It's a no-brainer. So I love that. And then how long did it take you to figure out, like once you started taking it seriously, was it pretty quick or did you feel like it was a couple weeks? Like how long did it take for you to figure out like what was working best over there and, how to go about, posting content?
If I'm being completely honest, I still feel lost half the time. I mean, it is just ever changing, right? I feel like the basics I've kind of got down, right? Like I've kind of figured that stuff out.
Right.
And I think it didn't take me long because I made the decision to go all in. You know what I mean? So I made the decision to take the time and do the research. And if something wasn't like,
how much time do you take to research it? Like when you're trying to find TikTok videos, like how much time do you think you spend doing that versus creating content and connecting with leads?
So I can very easily get stuck in the TikTok squirrel or whatever it's called, the little hole, the rabbit hole. Very easily. Me and my husband, before I started doing it, we would just sit there and he would like make like those weird ones where I'm like, what the heck? But we would never share it with anyone. But I mean, I was like, now I've kind of come to what I like to do now is I go to the Discover page and I'll do that for like a couple minutes. But what I like to do now is when I see somebody who has like a really popular video or has quite a few, I'll go through their page and see like which videos either I can use and relate to or which ones really hit for them.
Right. Smart.
So like my last video, and I also recommend like if you have something that does really good for you, one thing you can repost it like a month later or something. I've done that, and then or just redo it with the same sound and an effect or whatever you use. Like when I couldn't go live this last week, I was like, I've got to figure out a video that's going to really get me a lot of hits. So I actually had a video last month that was my biggest one. It had like 900,000 hits. It was crazy. It was like really close to 1 million. And I think I was going through Kelsey McDaniel's page and I saw it. She used like that sparkle thing with a certain song. And I just did that and sort of recreated it to my own, and it hit big. Right. So then this week I changed it up, picked two different, like things that I can't think of the word, but two, like, I changed it up basically, but I still use the sound and I used the effect, and that one's gotten up to almost 100,000. So I had that to kind of play with this week while I couldn't go live, and I was like,
does it get overwhelming? Gosh. Does it get like overwhelming with all those like comments?
Yeah. I mean, sort of, but at the same time, I'm just like, TikTok, I feel like is okay to do some copy and pasting. Yeah. Because there's so many people to get in contact with, but
it's crazy. You just have all these random people hitting you up and like, what is it? Tell me more. It's the craziest thing. I remember we had one video that we posted and it was like on a Saturday night and we're at Disney World and it's like 10 seconds, 12 seconds. And it's just like, the yup, nope, yup, no. And it went ballistic. I mean, I tried my best to keep up with it the first couple hours. Then I'm like, oh, the heck with it. Yeah. I need to outsource some help. And that video still gets comments. So that was back in December. It's 6 months later and it still gets comments, and it's like to have thousands of leads on a 12-second video. Like there's no ad I've ever done. There's no Facebook Live there's no video I've ever done that's gotten blog post, nothing.
Yeah.
That's gotten thousands of leads. It's insane. And the fact that that can even happen should excite everyone watching this, because I think if you were to ask your team what's the number one thing they struggle with, and it's finding people that are interested in the products or opportunity, right? Now, of course, there's still a lot of back end work. You still got to deal with TikTok's not loving all the selling we're doing over there. But at the end of the day, it is a hot platform. Will it last forever? I doubt it. Does anything last forever? I mean, I remember how easy it was to generate leads on Facebook, or you go live and you have hundreds of people. That's not the case anymore. A lot of people are struggling with Facebook. They're struggling with Instagram, or maybe because those platforms are so mature and there's so much noise and there's so many celebrities and, it's a lot harder to get in front of a cold audience. So TikTok is a great place for you to put yourself out there in a different way, much different than Instagram, much different than Facebook. What's also cool is you can take a good TikTok and then post it in your stories, post it in your Facebook, post it for Instagram Reels, right? Repurpose it. We talk about that all the time. Some of my best Reels are simply videos that we made on TikTok, and we got rid of the little watermark and uploaded it, and they crushed over there. So it really is that consistency, playing around with it, and and just having fun, right? Are you having fun on that platform?
So much fun. So fun. Like, I'm just like, what the heck? Like, and it's less work. You're like, doing less work. I mean, it is work, obviously, but it's like you're really doing less work and using less brain power and getting 10 times the customers. It's just right.
I mean,
I don't know how long it'll last.
Seriously, you went from 30 to 50 to 300 plus in a matter of months. That's actually, so that was mid-March. So you're talking about last month was May. So that was literally like within 60 days, 315. I wish we could say numbers. We're trying to be like compliant and whatnot, but just know it's a lot of volume, especially in personal sales. Not to mention you now have 300 people that have ordered from you that you can introduce the business to. You can have to do referral posts that can reorder product. And I will say this too, for those of you that do get shut down from doing live on TikTok, you could always continue to post your TikToks and let them know, hey, I'm going live on Instagram. That wouldn't be a bad idea, because Instagram is very easy to connect to your TikTok. It's right there in the bio. You can set it up so it's a part of your like your link or whatever.
Yeah,
it's very easy to connect with people and have them go to your Instagram. Unfortunately, they don't have a way to do that with Facebook, but at the end of the day, Instagram is still a really great platform to connect with people. And then, of course, from there, if they're interested in the business, you can then obviously friend request them, ATM them, and follow the typical ATM process. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Any other tips you want to share, Shannon, before we turn it over to Cindy?
I don't think so. I think the giveaway is a big one. Do the giveaways. That's really made a big difference for me. That's and again, smart. Like I said, having that goal with the giveaway, you can post about it until you reach it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like 3 days later, you're like, I don't know what to post today. Oh, let me just post about the giveaway. And it'll get lots of views, you know?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you. Congratulations on your success. I know you're having a ton of growth on the promoter side, but also on the builder side. I know you got some big goals and you're going to smash them. So congrats. And we appreciate you supporting and sharing Money Monday. And y'all, listen, if you got some value from Shannon, smash that hard button. I also see that we shared her link. So if you wanted to look Shannon up, you wanted to drop her a follow, check out what she's doing over there, feel free. And again, Shannon, I really appreciate it. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You rock. See ya. Cindy, what's up? How we doing? Oh, let me unmute you. Okay, there we go. What's up, Cindy?
Hello, how are you?
So excited to have you on.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Congratulations on your success. And for those of you that don't know, Cindy, you were #1 last month and the month before in Canada?
In the last, since January, I've been #1 except for 1 month. No, 2 months. Sorry. So 3 out of 5 months. Yes.
So 3 out of 5 months. So y'all, I just want you guys to know, for those of you watching, Cindy has been #1, not just on my team, but #1 in our entire company in all of Canada,
Yeah.
right? Canadian market. She's been #1 3 out of 5 months in sales. She is smashing it. But what I love about Cindy, and I don't remember where you shared this, but you talked about how like it's not about going viral. Sure, that's nice when that happens, but you just keep chipping away. You might have a couple hundred views on a video, and that was obviously, a couple months ago when you shared that. But you were saying how like some of your videos don't get a lot of views, but it's just like connecting with the handful of people that do engage, and to see you consistently crush, consistently put in hundreds of customers on a monthly basis, either new orders or reorders, is freaking phenomenal. So congrats to you. And I'm just excited to have you on and share some golden nuggets with everyone. If you could start off maybe just sharing a little bit about your background and where you were in your business, kind of like Shannon prior to TikTok, and what TikTok's done for you. And also just kind of throwing in there some of the reasons you love TikTok, because I know we talked about how you're just having so much fun with it, but excited to have you on.
Who doesn't love TikTok? Like,
I know, right?
First and foremost, who doesn't love TikTok? I know there's some people that get nervous when you say, oh, TikTok is great. And they're like, oh my goodness, videos? Do I have to do videos? And you have to talk them off the ledge and walk them through the first couple. It's going to be okay. So background on me is I'm a suburban mom of 3. And I started into the industry with a company before my current company. And I was reasonably successful with that company, but it was very different model than our company. So being a mom of 3 with a husband who travels a lot, with a corporate career, and then being taken out of the house, doing 3-way calls and not paying attention to the family at that point, I was like, hey, whoa, Nelly, we're going to have to stop here. So I left the industry and I was like, okay, no, that's not going to work out. And that's what I thought that the industry was about.
Right.
So when I was introduced to my current company, I came in as a customer and fell in love with what the products did for me. So of course, naturally, I want to share about that. Everybody wants to share about what they love, right? That's right. Just normal human behavior. Shared about it on a Facebook post for my girlfriend, and it blew up. And I was like, what the heck? What the heck is this all about? Maybe I should take a look at this. No, maybe I should, you know what I mean? Like I was doing the back and forth and I was like, okay, well, yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's see what this company is all about. Let's take a look. And, did my homework, did my research, and then was like, let's do it. Let's just go in with it. And it was Facebook at the time. I started building my business on Facebook at the time, and had a lot of fun, had some success, did pretty well. Wasn't leaving my family, was able to work around my pockets of time, was able to still focus on my job, whatever, all that kind of stuff, right? And then you know what? COVID hit, and it hit hard on Facebook.
Right.
Facebook was doom and gloom for a little while. So I was like, whoa, this is grinding. And I found at that point in time too, I was talking to the same 20 people every single time. How much business can you build talking to the same 20 people every single time? So I kind of, slowed up my scroll on Facebook for a little bit, did the things that I needed to do. Then someone started talking about TikTok. And I was like, oh, I'm all ears on this, because during that grind through the whole COVID onset and stuff, my 11-year-old daughter was like, Mom, do you want to do a TikTok with me? Do you want to learn how to whoa? And I'm like, yeah, I do. For sure I do. Because, I'm in my 40s, but I think I'm in my 20s. So I think that I'm cool. And she still thinks that I'm cool, right? So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. One thing led to another, and here I have my own TikTok, and I'm making my TikToks, and I'm bribing my older daughter, because I have a 22-year-old and I have 11-year-old twins. It was the 11-year-old that wanted me to do it. She still thinks I'm cool. The 22-year-old, I had to bribe her to do. We did a Friends skit. It was Phoebe and Rachel. Anyways, and that blew up, and I was like, oh my God, I really love TikTok. Like, this is so much fun. Why can't Facebook be this fun? No offense, Facebookers, but why can't it be this fun?
Right.
And so I used TikTok for the longest time through 2020, just as an escape, and felt like I just need a breather. I need a breather. I need a reset. I need something. I didn't know what it was. And I wanted to build business, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. And then come October, someone on our team says to me, did you know that someone's like crushing it over there on TikTok? And I'm like, are you serious now? And now Siri's talking to me here. Sorry. I get on TikTok, and I'm like, I hear this and I'm thinking, I can do that. I can totally do that. And our leaderboards are being posted each week, and I remember one morning looking at a leaderboard and thinking, I'm going to put my friggin' name on that leaderboard.
There we go.
Right? I'm going to put my name on that leaderboard. So I set the intention, you are going to be on that leaderboard, and TikTok is going to be how you're going to do it. So October, October is your run into November, and it was an okay month. And I started doing TikToks, and it took a little bit for them to start paying attention to me, I would say. Right. Nothing viral, nothing crazy. But then like the first orders started happening from people I don't even know. What the heck? So they start. There's
nothing more exciting than that, by the way. It's like when you have a stranger buy product from you, it's like, oh, yeah.
They just go to your link and you're like, holy crap, I've got an order. And I think it's from TikTok. I remember texting our chat group. I'm like, I think it's from TikTok. Holy crap, it's from TikTok. So that was at the end of October. November, now I'm like consistent, because when I set that intention, I was like, oh, I'm like figuring out this TikTok thing. I'm gonna, I'm listening to all the TikTokers. I'm listening to you guys. I'm watching you guys. I'm watching all these other people. I'm checking out the girl that is crushing it. I can't understand what she's saying because it's a different language, but I'm like, I can do that. So then
I'm getting the gist. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, yeah, we can do this. I can't whoa, but I can do this. I think I can do this. Right. And you got how many takes? You can do a video and you can retake that sucker like 15 times if you really want to, which I probably did to start with, because I'm like, oh, I look dumb. Oh, whatever. And so I went from, October volume, I doubled it in November because of TikTok. And then excuse me, I doubled that volume again in December. And December is generally pretty slow after.
That's crazy, actually.
Right?
Double in December. Yeah, I didn't know you did that. That's awesome.
It was double.
That's how you know you're doing something right.
It was doing something right. And it was at that point, then I'm like, ooh, these other platforms, why even go there? But, in the back of my head, I'd always said I would stay consistent, posting once a day on Facebook. Instagram is hard, but I would consistently show up on there, and then on TikTok. So it doubled, actually more than doubled in December. And then January hit, And it's just been like, and that's not anything going, not going viral, not going like crazy big, but getting those, a little bit bigger video and then getting like a 500 view and then getting a little bit bigger and then getting a 200 view. But just being with
how many followers do you have now?
I'm just shy of 30,000 now.
So isn't it funny that you may think like, I don't really have videos that are going viral. I'm not blowing up, but you're number one in Canada in sales, like 3 out of 5 months. And even when the 2 months that you weren't number one, you were way, way up there. And then in addition to that, 30,000 freaking followers. Like, do you guys understand how long it would take I am still not at 30,000 followers. I'm barely at half on Instagram. And I've been consistently for years.
Yeah.
Crazy. So it's 6 months, 7 months of commitment, 30,000 flipping followers. And number one in Canada. It's so crazy. I got to ask this question though, because we didn't really touch on this with Shannon. We maybe alluded to it, and I've seen a couple questions come through. Which videos, and this is the interesting thing, right? Which videos, number one, how often do you promote your products? And then which videos do best over there?
Well, TikTok is like opposite land to Facebook land. That's what you have to understand is that TikTok, you can do it as much as you want and it's okay.
Right.
Facebook, I'm not going to do that on Facebook. And I'm not going to, I'm going to work on attraction, curiosity marketing on Facebook. On TikTok, you want to see? I'll show you. And I tried like mixing it up to start with, but I found that you have to really pick a niche. And if you're going to be a product niche, I picked one specific flagship product that I truly love and I use it and it's had such great results. I love talking about that product.
Right.
So that is and when I stray from that, that's when TikTok says, I don't know who you are. I'm not sure if I know who you are right now. So I tend to talk about product 90% plus of the time. And recently, and I was, I'm comfortable with product. A lot of people are comfortable with product and it's okay to talk about product and they'll, be more likely to talk about product than they are the business. And that was me for the longest time. And then I had a girlfriend say to me, why can't you just do that with the business? And I was like, why can't I just do that with the business? That's a good question. Why haven't I been?
Right.
Well, let's do that with the business. And now I start posting like, for every 4 products, I post a business. And I had a business post. That's probably lately my business post, which is kind of cute because I now see it being recreated all over the place. It's awesome. And it did super well. Right. And I ended up recruiting a lot of new people from that one business post.
Wow.
So I stick with what I love. I talk about what I love. Those are the ones that do the best. And now the business ones, there's a lot of people looking for opportunity out there. Mm-hmm. And now TikTok land, you got to sift through them kind of thing. Like it's not.
That's the downside of strangers, right?
Yeah.
You got to think the good with the bad. You're going to get some maybe sudden unusual characters. You're going to get people that don't really have a lot of interest. They're going to leave one comment one time. You'll never hear from them again. And they're never going to respond to you, even if you message them. Right. But then, like you said, you sift, right? You sift through the duds to find the studs. How many, do you think you have an idea of how many people you've recruited in the last, 3 to 5 months from TikTok? Do you know?
Probably 15, 20.
That's awesome.
Somewhere around that, which I wouldn't have done that. You guys, you got to know that I would not have done that on Facebook. No offense to Facebookers. I know I still move all of my people over to Facebook because that's where our systems are built. Mm-hmm. However, I move them over once I know that they're serious.
Yeah.
And I love Facebook for that. Absolutely. But generating leads like I generate on TikTok is not happening
right
on any other platform right now. Though, so you're talking about repurposing with Shannon. And being the girl that I am, I want to see what's going to happen on other. So I repurpose my TikToks, take off the watermark, Snap TikTok app is my favorite watermark remover. Super simple. I repurpose those into Reels, which has grown my Instagram, which now I'm doing stuff from Instagram.
Love
grown
it.
my Facebook, really, like nuts, actually. My Facebook following, I had 200 followers, Now I have like 3,000 followers plus my friends. And then now I've started on Pinterest because Pinterest, you guys, has idea pins or story pins. They've called them something, but I've been uploading those onto Pinterest. And now my followers are taking off. I'm still figuring out Pinterest. It's a new land for me. I don't know.
Very different.
But hey, if it's eyeballs on content, and that was what my goal was. My goal was to have fun doing this business again, get eyeballs on my content, and get people coming to me.
Right.
How much simpler is people coming to you to ask you the questions than it is to reach out cold?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I've been saying for years now. When I get a lead, when I get someone that raises their hand and they come to me, my close ratio skyrockets. Yeah. Now, with that being said, I did a training on this last week. For those of you that didn't see it, go watch it. But I talked about, as much as I love attraction marketing, you can't sit back twiddling your thumbs waiting for business to come to you. You need to go prospect. You need to go connect. You need to make conversation. You need to see if people are open. You need to pop the question. But there's nothing better than people coming to you. In fact, the beauty is if someone comes to you with interest in the product, you can then ask them if they want to take a look at the business as well. And of course, if someone buys product, you can ask them if they want to take a look at the business. And then you can also do business videos. So it just makes so much sense. As much as I love to prospect and reach out and pop the question, and I know that eventually I'm going to come across people that are open when I pop the question, my close ratio is so much higher. And I know, Cindy, it's the same with you. Shannon, I know it's the same with her. It's so much higher when people come to you because they're reaching out. There's so many people that probably don't reach out that are interested. So the fact that this person took the time to comment, they took the time to ask the question, that in itself is one step towards your ultimate goal of, helping them. Because obviously our goal is to sell the product to help them solve a problem, to enroll them in the business to help them solve a problem. Our goal is to help them create the results from our product, from our opportunity. But that all starts with us becoming great marketers. And what I love about Cindy is she's very consistent, very authentic, like down to earth, just has a conversation with people, not hard selling, not hard closing, not hard pushing, but she believes in her product. And when you have belief and you know that what you're doing is good, that's helping people, that it's helped you, it's so much easier to talk about it. And like you said, it is different. It's very different than Facebook. It is very different than what we typically would teach when it comes to attraction marketing and creating that curiosity. But try it out. For those of you that are in network marketing, you're in direct sales, and you're not getting the traction on Facebook or Instagram, which I hate to tell you all this, but I don't think it's ever going back to normal, right? I don't think it's ever going back to the way it was. And I think we just have to accept the fact that Facebook is still great. There's still Facebook stories, Facebook groups are still my favorite for lead generation and meeting people. Instagram is still a powerful platform, but right now, TikTok is the hottest tool. Now, it does suck. They're shutting some accounts down, or they're not allowing people to go live. And look, that might continue and it might become more and more challenging, but still, even with that happening to some people and some accounts, I still see more results coming from TikTok than I have from any other platform, hands down.
Yeah, I agree. I think this past month, I felt like I haven't ever been shut down, but I felt like the algorithm was working against me. And my views were low, and I go on lives. I started out doing lives once a week and then got too many people asking me, when am I going live again? So I try to go live every day now. And, but I find even my lives are not getting pushed out. So hence why I'm repurposing onto other platforms, so that what if that happens? Yeah. Then they know where I am, and stories and stories, especially stories and reels have been huge for that.
Well, what's great about stories, you can see who's watching, right? You swipe up and you're like, oh, who's Kyle? Oh, who's Sarah? Oh, Kelly. I'm going to touch base with her. It's been a while. I mean, stories still to me are one of the greatest ways. It's like, people that are stalking you, right? They're stalking you could stalk them right back. It's like, oh, all right, okay, they're watching my story. Let me see what's going on here. And I think the other thing we all should be well aware of is that as much as I love TikTok and I'm promoting it, I don't know what the future holds with TikTok. It's just one app, but that form of marketing, that short form video format, that's here to stay. It's kind of like Snapchat was really popular. Now, I'm not saying Snapchat is gone, but I can't remember the last time I talked to someone that tells me they use Snapchat for business. Like my son uses it, but he's 16. So Snapchat they invented stories. So Instagram stories, Facebook stories, that all came from Snapchat. Years from now, TikTok might not be that popular, but that form of short form videos, that type of marketing content, that is definitely here to stay, right? Yeah. There's short form videos now on YouTube. There's short form videos on Instagram. Hello, Reels. Facebook's coming out with their own version. I've seen it pop up and then it goes away. So I don't know if maybe they're just waiting to roll that out, or if they haven't established a name yet, who knows, or if they're just going to leave it for Instagram. But I believe short form videos are here to stay. So for those of you that want to master short form video, right, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 60 seconds, I think you can go up to 3 minutes now. Is that right, Cindy?
I got the 3 minute option. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like,
right. It almost seems too long, but if a video's good, I mean, like we've had over 130 people on here for 54 minutes. Wow. So if it's something people want to see, people will watch it right now. We're also live on StreamYard. So we're live on Facebook, my business page, my profile, my group, Twitter, and YouTube all at the same time, right? We're like all over the place. But the point is, people are definitely more, everyone knows the attention span is super short at this point.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to get attention on Facebook and Instagram. But I think we can agree that people want to be entertained. TikTok is a fun platform, and man, you can just get in front of so many people right now, and to not get over there because you're afraid or you're uncomfortable or you don't know what to say. Cindy had to figure it out. Nadya and I had to figure it out, right? Shannon had to figure it out. Like you guys heard from Kagan last week. You heard from Carrie last week, right? Between the two of them, they put in 1,400 new customers in 30 days between the two of them. So if all of us are crushing it, and at one point, like you, we were skeptical. We were like, I don't want to dance. I don't know how to whoa. Cindy, you mentioned that, right? Like, I don't have a teenager I can bribe, right? I don't dance. I don't like video, whatever. Like, get over it. You got to ask yourself, what matters more? What matters more? Your why or your fear, right? What's more important to you, right? Your goals, your dreams, why you're doing this business, or your excuses, right? You can make money or make excuses. You can't do both. And I know for a lot of us, it is uncomfortable, but here's the beauty of TikTok. Like you could download TikTok and like friends and family, your current followers, they don't even need to know. You can just start out just creating content over there for strangers and don't even share any of it until you're ready. But it is interesting because you could download that app right now. Maybe some of you have it and you just haven't been consistent. And you say, you know what? I'm just going to start talking to the camera. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share some tips. I'm going to share my life. I'm going to share some inspiration. I'm going to follow some of the trends. I think I heard Gary Vee say follow like 700 people that you like, not just randoms, but like 700 people. I don't know why he said 700 accounts, but that's what he said. So go follow a bunch of accounts that put out content you're interested in, because TikTok's algorithm is super advanced. So they'll figure out very quick who you are, what you like, and they'll feed that up to you. And when you're following people you like and content you like, it's very easy to take it and repurpose it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Getting on TikTok is you know what? It's not as scary as you think it is. And you don't even have to, if you don't want to talk, you don't even have to talk.
Right.
You can do a 7-second remake of just music or whatever, and you're good to go. I've got an echo going on here. Are you okay on your side?
No, I don't hear an echo. Do you guys hear an echo from Cindy?
I don't know what happened.
I don't see any comments.
Oh, no, it's okay now. Okay, we're good.
Away? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's gone away.
No, that's so true. You could just like point.
Listen, yeah. You can do the point. You could use duets. Find somebody that's gone viral that you love their content and do a duet with them. You just have to sit there and smile.
Right.
You know what? And that gets you views and that gets you followers so that you know what, you're bumping all of your stuff up. Because when one video goes viral-ish, the ones right around it also get bumps. So it's kind of,
that's a great point. That's a great point. When you go live, your current videos will bump up.
that too.
When one of your new videos goes viral, it'll bump the old videos. That's a really good point. And I notice I do that when I see someone I don't know and I like their video, I might go watch some other videos, right? So that's a really good point. Well, Cindy, congratulations. You're crushing it. #1 in Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if you consistently have that #1 spot for quite some time. I love how you just put yourself out there. You just talk to the camera. You're very consistent. I swear every time I go onto TikTok, you're live or there's a new TikTok video popping up. So I love your consistency. I love your fire. I know you got big goals. You're building the team. You're not just selling. You're recruiting 15 to 20 people in the last few months. That's awesome. And you're leading the way. We appreciate you sharing. And if you guys like this, if you love this, smash that hard button, show Cindy some love, head over to her TikTok, drop her a follow, go check out some of her videos as well. I think we'll edit the description of this video and we'll make sure that we have Cindy's and Shannon's TikTok handles. So you go follow them, you can go stalk them a little bit. And again, Shannon, Cindy, we appreciate both of you so much. Happy Money Monday, y'all. Let's go close out the rest of this month and really just hit the rest of this year hard. Hasta luego.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.